we really shouldn't have a trial.
Yeah, I think the prosecution's being a little insensitive. I think these aliens or ailments are real. Okay, he's an elderly man. It's a UTI. It's turned septic. And they're real. They're authentic. Should we continue to have this trial? I'm surprised that this court hasn't weighed in on why not. He can't appear by video. They can't make him do it, but it's possibly a good way to resolve the issues between the parties.
Hmm.
Now, with that being said, his physical presence is a cornerstone of our jurisprudence. Okay,
Right.
he's allowed to have counsel and he's allowed to be present during all critical stages of trial. This is certainly it. I mean, you're undergoing the cusp of it. So there really is a grave need for his presence. And I think that his sickness is authentic. He's very elderly. Should this trial continue? And it really depends, which lens do you look at this from? Do
Sure.
you look at it from justice? Do you want to be able to get a conviction? Then this keeps going. Or do you look at the prejudicial effect that it'll have to the defendant, at which point maybe we should pause?
And let's talk about that. He is now in court wearing this jail garb. And the question is this prejudicial? The jury sees him like this. Why is that an issue? And also, let me ask you, is it so much of an issue considering the fact that even before this whole hospital visit, he was in court in a wheelchair that said, I believe, property of the jail. So it said jail. Everybody now knows that he's in jail. Why is this a concern? What do you think can happen from this?
I'm going to draw a differentiating factor here, Jesse. Being in a wheelchair that says CDCR or property of the California, the state prison system is different than when you see him in jailhouse clothing. And the reason is, and there it is, it says county jail on it. I mean, perfect. It doesn't even say CDCR. Now, the problem is when you see him in jailhouse clothing, you just, as a jury member, you just can't get that sight out of your head. You look at him and you say guilty. Are you paying attention to the evidence anymore? Because you're looking at what looks to be an inmate, what appears to be an inmate, someone who's already been found guilty. So the jailhouse clothing bit is an issue. It continues to be an issue in appeals. I mean, it's a cornerstone argument when you're talking about direct appeals. Is it going to be enough to overturn this conviction if a conviction comes down? It's possible. I'm not going to take it out of the ballpark. I'll say it's possible because it's certainly an argument. But every appeal is different, and every trial is different. And what an appellate court's going to have to weigh is whether or not it was prejudicial enough, given all the other things taking into account. The fact that he's very elderly, the fact that he's, very sick, possibly, can't undergo another trial. So all of those things are a factor when you're talking about an appeal.
And let's not forget this. This hospital visit just happened during the prosecution's case. We still have a long way to go. It's cryptic to say it, but we just don't know what is going to happen to Durst between now and when this jury ultimately goes into deliberations. We have a long time, and it's going to be something to watch, and we are going to be back live in that California courtroom. We really don't want you to miss any moment of this case. There are twists, there are turns, and there are surprises. Stay with us. We'll be right back.